Concert Crew Podcast, we back again.
Yes, we are.
Yes, sir.
Today, Kyrie. We talking about
My boy.
Kyrie Irving, man. A lot of controversy
My God.
surrounded Kyrie Irving. A lot of stuff going on with him. We're going to talk about Kyrie Irving, man. Where he's at, what he's done, the controversy, people turning on him, all of that. We're going to get into all of that talk. This one is about Kyrie Irving, man. One of the most interesting sports figures out right now, man.
Most solid as well. Let's not forget to add that.
Absolutely, man.
Most solid.
Like he's in the news and media. He's definitely one of the most the controversial in recent history. Whether you love him or hate him. Some people love him, some people hate him. But
I can't see how you hate him.
Talk about him. Yeah. He just returned from an 8-game suspension for what the Nets say was harmful. I quote, harmful impact of his conduct relating to social media posts that contain what they called quote anti-Semitic ideas.
Yeah. Horrible.
On October 27th of 2022, Kyrie started receiving backlash after tweeting a link on Instagram and Twitter to the documentary Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America. And from there it went on a whole interesting turn, man. On November 3rd, 2022, after days of refusing to apologize and going back and forth with debates with media members,
tap dancers,
Kyrie was suspended by the Brooklyn Nets for at least 5 games. The Nets went as far to say Kyrie was unfit to be associated with the Brooklyn Nets. In a statement released by the team, the day before the suspension, Kyrie and the Nets pledged $500,000 each to causes and organizations that work to eradicate hate and intolerance in our communities. In a joint statement they shared with the Anti-Defamation League. Following his suspension, Kyrie went to Instagram and finally apologized to the Jewish community for his actions. He said he apologized that y'all were offended.
That he took offense
by the stuff that I said. At first, Kyrie was given a list of things that he had to do to be reinstated by the NBA.
The bullshit.
This was met with complaints by the Players Union, NBA Players Union, and by the general public. I'm gonna read these requests. It said he was supposed to issue a verbal apology and condemn the anti-Semitic movie he shared. Share the apology on social media. Complete sensitivity trainings. Meet with Jewish leaders in the Brooklyn community. Meet with the Brooklyn Nets owner and make a $500,000 donation to the anti-hate causes. This is and people was stretching on social media, adding all types of crazy extra stuff to it. But this is what he was told that he had to do in order to make this right with the Jewish community. So how do y'all feel about the punishment? And initially when you heard about the punishment and the things that came from that.
So from the rip, he just retweeted a link to a movie.
Yes, he never actually said any words. Let's clarify that.
So he didn't say, check out this movie. This is what I think. F the Jews. Nothing. Just here's the link. Check it out. Just let it sit there.
That's it.
This shit is way out of control.
So he got held accountable. And man, if you haven't seen Minister Louis Farrakhan, he actually spoke on this. It was about Kanye,
that was dope.
And it was about Kanye and Kyrie, but it was powerful, man. It was powerful. He made some great points, but he said you ain't even talking about the person that made the movie. You're holding Kyrie accountable for saying, here's the link. I'm seeking knowledge for myself, and I'm learning stuff. And here's the link. You can see with yourself. He didn't say anything about nobody.
He didn't fund the movie.
And he didn't
direct
fund the movie. He said, "Why don't you ask the film director questions about the movie? He made it. Why are you making Kyrie like he produced the movie and like he ain't say a word? So how can you say he's suspended with something that he ain't even
Absolutely.
for sharing a link?
Absolutely, man.
Well, how do y'all feel about it, though?
Man, I just feel it's a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And it starts with the Brooklyn Nets because first and foremost, regardless of the situation, you don't dehumanize nobody like that. Like we got a list for you to, like, who are you? Who the fuck are you? Like really, who are you? Like I didn't understand that,
Sound like
and it was some straight bullshit, man. And then the tap dancer, our own people, coming in, chiming in, boosting it up, saying this and saying that when the man ain't do nothing wrong.
Who was saying
what
it?
did they do wrong?
What
did they do wrong? Oh, you know who? Charles Barkley, Shaq, Stephen A. Smith, all them dummies. They straight dummies, and every time they get real loud.
Bron was chiming
Brian
in
too, absolutely.
Sorry, man.
He shouldn't have said nothing.
Yeah,
shouldn't have said nothing. That was one of the most sucker moves that will stay on his jacket for a long time. He
Got
will have
called
to
spade
eat
a
that
spade.
one.
That's it, man.
The same way they always say something about Michael Jordan, about the Dream Team, and they saying that he said something about he ain't want Isaiah there. He got that little stain or whatever. Bron will have that stain on his jacket, and he's a sucker for that, dog. Because for real, regardless of the situation, you never go against your brother in public and make no statement. You just say no comment and keep it moving.
Yeah.
I agree.
Regardless of who you are and what you feel as though you are to the league. And ain't you part of the Players Union? Ain't he part of the Players Union or something? With
He's a player.
Absolutely.
So Players Union.
Yeah, so you don't do that. That was weird. And that was real like
It was
and
weird.
Brian my guy, but that was some sucker ass shit.
That's definitely your guy. So I respect,
That's my guy.
you saying
And
that.
that was some real sucker ass shit that he did. Though.
It was
Real
weak.
rap.
It was weak because all he had to do is keep it simple, man. Like I don't really got no comment on
Yeah,
that.
Kyrie is Kyrie.
Kyrie's a good dude.
Kyrie is his own man, man.
That's
That's
He
it.
had to go like KD,
That's it,
like
man.
KD said. Like KD was basically like, Kyrie's a good guy, man. I'm messed up. This is messed up is happening, but he ain't use it to go in on Kyrie.
Yeah.
Like that's different, man. That was
Some
definitely
bullshit.
weak.
But then, like the next day, Bron was like shaking hands with rabbis and stuff. You see that?
Yeah, it was a whole bunch of that. All that stuff
that
comes
was
out.
weak.
I was like, what the hell?
That sounded like
all
some
weak,
PR, man.
Yeah,
that was weak.
exactly what it was, man.
that
Because
Nike
at the end of the day,
contract.
and then he came back with a bullshit ass tweet talking about the guys should be able to play, and that's that, blah blah blah, whatever the case may be. But let me get back to my workout. Come on, dog. Like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? And that's my people. But he lost a lot of points with me for that, man. And
Damn.
because you don't do that, man. And man, the minister gave him all they can handle. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be all the way real with you. The minister did what he did, and he kept it. He man, look, man. Everything he said was facts.
Yes, facts.
You go back and look at the history. What do it show? That's how can you tell somebody not to go back and learn though?
Yeah.
Like you getting punished for going back to learn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you ain't saying nothing about the producer, nothing about the dude that put it on his network. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? And it's the same dude. He been for basketball teams and everything right now. He's heavily involved with the NBA. He's trying to get some games on Amazon. He's doing a whole bunch for the NBA. Yeah. You ain't say nothing about him. It's on his network.
Elon
but
Musk.
you worrying about what's on his phone, what's on his account more than what's on a motherfucking network. Yeah. Come on, man. That's some bullshit, man. Like, it was some sucker shit, man. And it was corny. Top tier corny, man.
Yeah, that's weak, man. I don't think Kyrie. I think the list of things they gave him compared to, we talked about this in the past, like people being accused of criminal acts, and they ain't get a laundry list of stuff like this to make up. People actually sexual assault. Owners, racist owners, ain't get lists this long of stuff, man.
He had some people in Baltimore. What was that? What's their nationality? What they represent?
You talking about the priests?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are they? What kind of priests are they?
Catholic. Yeah, Catholic priests. But they didn't get a laundry. They ain't even. I don't think a lot of them even getting jail time.
My point exactly. So, but take that to them.
But we making Kyrie seem like he public enemy number one, man, for this stuff, man.
I mean, to me, this is what I think. I feel like if Kanye never started this snowball, none of this would even matter.
I agree. I do think Dave Chappelle joked about it that I do think the Kyrie thing did. I mean, the Kanye thing did flip over to Kyrie. But this still doesn't make it right. It still doesn't make it right.
Not at all.
Yeah, but I definitely think.
But Kanye definitely made it hot.
Yes, absolutely.
He made shit hot.
What does this long list of demands given to him to play again? Like, what does this say about the sports and entertainment business?
It's full of shit.
I mean, to me, I feel like it's like, know your place, boy.
Shut up and dribble.
Shut up and dribble. You want to come back, you have to do this.
Don't speak for anything. You can't have no voice. You know, we're not going to stand.
What's the biggest voice though?
What?
When everybody come together. If everybody would have came together, especially the black players, the African American players, would have came together and said we ain't playing.
Oh yeah.
Until he plays, he'd have been back. He'd been playing the next day. But they're not going to do that.
Now they did it when
we run the league.
Absolutely.
Didn't they do that when my man from the Clippers, their owner,
Donald Sterling?
The team did.
They threatened,
the team
and they did something similar to that in the bubble. They threatened to not play, and then that got stuff going.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Let's
Absolutely.
Let's have advertisements to pay for.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would definitely like to see more. I would have liked to see more support within his brother. Even if you don't want to say nothing like for him, don't say nothing against him.
Don't say nothing at all.
Like,
don't say nothing at all, man.
Like, because at the end of the day, he didn't do it. He didn't do no criminal act. He didn't do
wrong.
nothing wrong. What did he do?
Because it's way deeper than what the average mind is thinking, and is right under everybody, but you're not paying attention to it because it's really happening. And one of the things is that, to me, is that with New York, what's one of the things that been going on in New York that the governor came on or they ruled on for the people in New York that was real big that just happened?
I'm lost. Oh, what are you talking
well,
about? I'm sure
the COVID.
The COVID.
The COVID thing, right? And do what?
Get that vaccine.
Get the vaccination.
All right. For those that didn't do it, what did they say for those that didn't do it? What are they doubling back and saying for those that didn't do it? They should what?
For those that didn't do it, you talking about now?
The ones that lost their jobs, the ones that got fired, things of that nature, that didn't take the vaccine. What are they doubling back doing for them?
Nothing, I don't think. What are they doing?
Well, what are they proposing? I think it was the governor. He said that they should get a year's worth of back pay.
I agree.
And the year's worth of back pay and get their jobs back if they want them.
I agree.
All right. Now, who was one of the players from New York that sat out? Mm-hmm. That's all double back money for him.
Didn't play in one home game.
Didn't play in one home game. Didn't play in no.
Criticized.
Yeah,
heavily.
Got criticized heavily. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of money you got to pay that man back.
Yeah. A lot of money.
Because if you're doing it for all the other workers, he's a New York employee
too. And if we saying you can't work now, if you're doing that, he got to be part of that as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he wasn't getting paid. He wasn't getting no money for a while.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's I think the sports and entertainment business is a dirty game, and we all know. I don't know why we're acting like this is a big secret and nobody wants to talk about this like it's the boogeyman. Like, the Jewish community runs all the entertainment industry. They run everything.
Yes, they do.
They call all the shots.
Yes, they do.
So it's not a coincidence of why something against them got this harsh punishment, because they call all the shots. Mm-hmm. They call all the shots. And movies, sports.
They call all the shots, but we make all the plays.
We make all the plays.
We make all the plays. And the only thing for this to become level ground and for the respect factor from them calling all the shots to know that they got to respect us is we come together and we not doing what really benefits you. You get what I'm saying? And that's us playing in these sports.
But
we're doing all this other stuff that's going on.
So this movie, like, why? What is it? What is the root of the problem? Why is this movie ruffling so many feathers?
It's ruffling feathers because it's showing the dark secrets that the Jewish community don't want people to know about. Mm-hmm. And also it's going back to lineage of showing of the black man.
Exactly.
The black man that was
being
a Jew.
Man being the first people, the first Jewish people, the first everybody people. They don't want to hear that. Between that and it's showing the dark side of the Jewish community that they try to hide, it's cool to show all the bad stuff all our bad, the stuff bad about us.
It's good for them to show us killing each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But when we start showing the stuff with them, they don't want to see that.
That's when it becomes a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem, and that's why they have a problem with it. Well, I'm sorry to tell y'all, but y'all have
not exempt.
Y'all have did people super dirty in the music industry. There's a bunch of black artists that strung out, died of drug overdoses.
They're using their songs.
Movies getting played. Songs getting played in movies, and all the residuals are going to Jewish families that you ain't do nothing to write the song. Like, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Movies, Like all the whole entertainment field, sports, it's all like that's wrong. They don't want it. Like acknowledge it. It's like white people with slavery. Like yo, y'all had us as slaves. Well, what's slavery? No, what slavery? No, y'all did dirty. Y'all did dirty stuff to the black community. We supposed to stand with y'all for everything, but y'all do us dirty and then nothing happens. But we supposed to stand with y'all on everything though. The term anti-Semitic has been twisted and turned so many ways. Kyrie didn't say nothing hateful to nobody.
Nothing. He didn't say anything.
He didn't even say DEFCON 3 like Kanye. Kanye
he just didn't apologize for posting it.
He just didn't apologize. Kanye said DEFCON 3. Okay, that was out of pocket, Kanye. But he said nothing, and even Kyrie's demeanor when he's talking in the press conference, it's nothing hateful. It's nothing like hurt Jewish people, hurt the Jewish community. I don't rock with that with nobody. But he ain't saying nothing
you don't have to be Jewish for me not to represent that.
Yeah, I don't rock with that with any community. But because he did not say that, so we're throwing this label of anti-Semitic. We're just throwing it around loosely on whatever we want to throw it on.
Which is dangerous.
It's very dangerous because once you put that word with somebody, it's like, get him out of here. Like, and
ban him.
It's not cool, man. It's not cool. So as far as Kyrie, when did you think you started to see a change in Kyrie off the court? Where things started to kind of get different for him?
He kind of lost me when he said that the world was flat.
The world was flat.
But that was just like, I was like, damn, why did you say that? Clearly it's not. But I mean, to me, that kind of guy, all right, he thinks differently.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I was never offended by anything that he said.
Yeah, me neither. I never took nothing like a certain type of way, like, like he's, you know what I'm saying? Because for one, man, like, he's a very smart, intellectual guy, and you got to have some type of smarts to be going to Duke. Point blank, period. Everybody ain't going to Duke.
Everybody's not going
to Duke, man. So
scholarship or
not, you have to have a certain, just certain type of thinking or a certain type of grade point average or whatever you need to be doing that. But my thing is that he his own man. And people don't like when you're your own man, when you're not following the fad of what they think is supposed to be done or whatever the case may be. And that's the thing when you're in a certain religion. Like I said, religion is a way of life depending on what religion that you're accepting or that you're bringing your family into. And the religion that he is a way of life. You know what I'm saying? The thing that he's doing is a way of life.
I also think the change with him to me happened when he went to Boston, because Boston is where he was like, I kind of want to be my own man kind of thing. Now, it didn't work out on the court with him, but I think as far as him off the court and how he was growing as a person,
he was moving,
he was like changing to where like I just started to see him operate different, speak different. I think it's when Boston is when I started.
He was seeking the information, man. You can say what you want, but he was always seeking the information.
Right,
and nothing's wrong with that.
And nothing's wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Who don't want to be smart? Who don't want to go in deeper?
What are you saying, Sean?
Now with Kyrie, I don't think he's Islamic. I feel like he's practices.
I heard him say Muslim.
He's Muslim.
Well, at first I heard him say Muslim. Then recently
he was saying he just practices different.
He said they got a name for it. Or
Muslim.
something.
But anytime you seeing somebody prostrating and praying, bro, they Muslim.
But he did do Ramadan.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he was fasting. He was actually breaking his fast.
Yeah, on the side of the
games. Court. He was actually going to the locker room eating like fruit and stuff. Yeah, and then coming back out. And so that was the last couple seasons, man. Mm-hmm. So last thing I heard he was Muslim. But then when the whole thing happened, I did heard the statements that he said. So I wasn't exactly as sure at that point. But I think Boston is where I started to see like a mentality change with him. Yep. And it wasn't bad, nothing about it. I just seen he was like you said, looking at stuff different, learning.
But also in Boston, when he said, I'm coming back, and he didn't come back, I feel like that made the world kind of look at him as like the bad guy.
But you also got to understand, Freaks always says this all the time, that Boston is one of the most racist,
racist
sports towns. Yeah. So Kyrie trying to stand on his own, I'm in Boston, that's not the greatest fit.
I agree.
Like a player in a team. That's not a great fit at all right there. So I could definitely see that. So what about the players and the commentators that had a lot to say about about Kyrie. What do you think that did for his situation? Helped it? Hurt it? For his support or not support? What do you think that did? And I'm talking about black announcers, black players that strongly came out against. For instance, LeBron. We talked about LeBron. What he said. What did LeBron actually coming out and condemning publicly Kyrie? What did that say?
Just made it worse. Made it seem like he's the bad guy. Like even like with Shaq and Charles, like old white guys can be like, well, Charles Barkley and Shaq said it. They're legends. He is a jackass or whatever.
They call them idiots. They call him a lot of names.
It's like
it's
like damn.
And regardless of anything, man, like you don't do that.
They don't need to click
because you're one of the most, especially LeBron. You're one of the most top watch sports public figures in the game.
Right.
Point blank period.
And he knows that.
That was big when LeBron,
you know what I'm saying?
That was a big.
That was huge, man. That was huge, man. You don't do that, man.
And also, he in his statement he said he doesn't represent hate and anything. Kyrie never said anything hateful. He never said. That's the thing.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about this, he never said a word. He never actually said
a word. Yeah, and that's what's making them all look so stupid that you let them put that into your mind that's what he's saying when he's not actually saying. He's sending a post of a link, the link of a post of a movie that
you
he just got finished watching.
You can look at it for yourself.
Yeah, you look at it for yourself. He ain't even put no caption, no hashtags, no nothing.
No.
Now,
like, stop it, man.
Now, when Bron did say that, first thing I thought was like, Kyrie ain't never coming to L.A. now.
Yeah, I did.
Absolutely.
I was like, damn, it's a wrap. I've been
campaigning that.
You been campaigning that.
It's a wrap for that.
You was hot at him. You was like, what the fuck you doing, dummy? Now we damn sure ain't gonna get our point
guard. But also, even bigger than that, though, like Kyrie is supposed to be like your little brother.
Yeah.
Y'all played together. So to me,
it's not that bad.
That's a different level of relaçionship.
Man, no matter what they going through, it's never that bad, dog. You don't go through your brother. You don't expose your brother faults in front of many.
Publicly.
You don't do that. Knowing the power that you have behind a microphone, period.
And that post is still probably up today.
Absolutely. It's not going nowhere.
And you got to think, LeBron and his popularity and his power. Oh, LeBron said
on the public apology.
LeBron said that's hate. And then he kind of, a little bit afterwards, he kind of tried to spin it, but it wasn't the same. Like,
but it's not the first time that we seen this tap dancing, though. It was the same shit with the COVID shot. The same thing with the COVID shot. They were saying whatever they were saying. Now they doubling back. Even the people from the COVID shot is doubling back. So, everybody, I think he deserves a public apology from those people. And they all suckers until they do it.
Oh, let me shout out to Jay Williams, man. He's the only one.
Only
one that said something disrespectful that came back on TV. Put a lot on the line to say that he was wrong. He was looking at this wrong. He's the only one that I seen. Even people I respect, man. Jalen Rose, I was kind of disappointed, and with him. Even Shannon Sharp, I normally like Shannon Sharp and stuff. He said he was against him.
He doubled back. He backpedaling. You know what I'm saying?
Shaq kind of been doubling down on his thing, and I don't get it. And
he's a sheriff. He's a top sheriff sucker.
But Shaq,
a lot of sheriffs are suckers.
But Shaq seems very hypocritical because he's the same guy that they said years earlier.
He's for the people.
He showed the movie in his theater. So it's very hypocritical.
Yep.
It's like so now you on national TV and you trashing them, but it was good enough for your movie to make money off the documentary.
Absolutely.
Come on, Shaq, you got to stop that. But Shaq, the only person of stature that I gotta give him his respect because he's criticized a lot for stuff. The only person that I seen publicly make any statement of support in a high place was Floyd Mayweather.
Absolutely.
And I have to give him his.
Absolutely.
He always gets criticized.
I don't know how long he practiced that speech, but it was a good one. No disrespect, you know what I'm saying? But it was a good one, man.
That was a deep fake.
I'm just being wrong.
Shout out to Floyd, man. That was I was like, wow, and I was actually surprised. But you know what? When you don't work for nobody,
And
you got the
your own
freedom
boss?
to say, you get the freedom to say whatever you want. And he's the only person I seen back Kyrie, like publicly in that kind of way. The only person.
They can't fuck with him.
Yeah.
They can't fuck with his paper.
They can't.
Everything, his shit is self-made.
Right. They can't. And
I respect everything and all the moves that he's making now is him doubling down on what's his and making sure that it's his.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Because he was in a little lane too with that Gucci shit. I had him over there. Yeah. You feel me? That Gucci shit that he was doing, that sucker shit he was doing with that, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people taking up for that shit. I didn't like it, you know what I'm saying? But he's slowly, you know, he's back.
He's doing his
thing. And I think that Kyrie
fights.
Yeah, fuck them fights. But that Kyrie statement was real good. I don't know how long he practiced it, but it was good.
Now, I'm gonna go back into history to talk about some things about Kyrie. Freaks, you mentioned some of the things. He decided not to get the shot to go play in the bubble, and he felt that all the players shouldn't play in the bubble based off the injustice going on in the country at that time.
At that time, yep.
When New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio announced a mandate requiring the New York City athletes to be vaccinated against COVID-19 to be eligible to play home games, Kyrie Irving decided to stay unvaccinated and didn't plan on getting vaccinated any time in the future, and he let it be known.
Yep.
On October 12, 2021, the Nets announced that Kyrie wouldn't practice or play games until he was eligible to be a full-time participant.
Now we're talking about unemployment.
AKA get the shot.
Now we're talking about unemployment now that I brought up earlier. Remember that? And this was a long time.
And Irving was sent home with no return date in sight. On December 17, 2021, when the season got tight and they started losing, what they said.
How many months was that?
You know what?
How many months was that?
That was 2 months.
That was 2 months. 2 months you owe.
But when stuff got tight, though, all of a sudden they were like, the Nets announced that they plan to bring Kyrie back as a part-time player.
But he can't play home games.
But he can't play home games.
But they were still paying him, though.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't getting paid. Nah, he wasn't getting paid.
Stephen A. always go on about how much money you lost. Yeah, he wasn't getting paid.
Big forehead, fucked up hairline, having ass, motherfucker. He's a sucker, man.
The Nets ended
up. That used to be my guy, but he's a sucker.
The Nets ended up trading James Harden, and they said that him and Kyrie had a little rift, and then they got swept out of the first round of the playoff. Both KD and Kyrie said they wanted out of Brooklyn, but they ended up coming to some resolution, and he returned this year. So that's the lead up. How do you think his actions in the past were part of this led into the punishment for this?
Absolutely. And from what I stated earlier, you know what I'm saying? This is the way for them to get him back.
I think
because he told the truth.
I think the COVID pissed him off. Him being
but he's right. They're doubling back. They're coming back, doubling down on the bullshit. So he's right. What CDC saying?
I think it pissed him off. Him not being vaccinated, and they were like, "This is the last straw. Right. Let's finish him."
They can't.
Because
it's stuff that he represents. How you gonna try to change me for something that I represent for myself? I'm a human being. I can do what I want as long as I'm not harming nobody.
Yeah.
How can you do that?
I agree. I think I think it's definitely was personal with the NBA. They're like, okay, you messing up our money because they just want him to go play. Just shut up, Kyrie. Go play. Kyrie like, nah. I got a platform. I'm learning stuff about life, and I'm gonna say stuff that's wrong. I'm gonna talk about it.
But on the flip side, guess who else is mad at him?
Who?
Nike. We want you to wear our sneakers. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you're not even playing?
Suckers.
Nike cut
why we gotta
Nike cut ties.
Nike already announced that they were cutting ties with him in the future, but after this, they said we're gonna stop this right now. And then Phil Knight got on TV and said, he was like, we ain't
talk dirty.
He said
we have no plans on it.
We don't have plans on nothing. So what do you think about Nike? Because some people said they willing to boycott Nike over this.
Yeah, a lot of people are boycotting.
Shout out to
Nike
my son, man.
Yeah, absolutely. My son, one of them. But it's just Nike, like, it just shows
how greedy they
are, whatever the case may be. And they had already cut his sneaker already. Yeah. Remember?
Yeah.
They already cut his sneaker, so they didn't really do nothing that they ain't been wanting to do or whatever the case may be. It's just that he stands for something. They don't like nobody that stands for something, man.
Shut up and drill.
So what's the difference between Nike standing with Colin Kaepernick, but they not
Exactly.
rocking with Kyrie?
Exactly.
My
What's the
point
difference?
exactly.
Because when Colin Kaepernick became profitable, that okay, they ain't mad at you. Let's make some money off
Yeah,
this.
absolutely.
And the same thing's gonna happen to Kyrie. Watch when it comes back around and people start.
And he should make them pay for it. Make them pay for it. For real. He should make them pay real heavy for it or don't fuck with him.
You got to think, too, it's like, where's Mike at? Where's LeBron at to speak up? Like, yo, come on, man.
None of them
LeBron did speak. And you see what that happened with that. So let's not even talk about that. Mike doing the right thing, shutting up. You know what I'm saying? Because Mike, you know, he probably has his feelings on it. You know what I'm saying? And for real, it may be different than what a lot of people may think. You know what I'm saying? As for that, he may be for Kyrie, whatever he's doing or whatever the case may be.
But being in his
position, the best thing to do is business and keep it moving. He already know what it is. He getting out whatever he getting out of him, and he keeping it moving.
But this is why I stand with Kyrie, just point blank, period. Because even if you don't like every move, and I'm not saying that everything that Kyrie did over his career in the last few years,
nobody's perfect.
It's something that I would have personally did, or maybe it wasn't even the best thing. But did he do anything wrong to warrant these kind of punishments? No. Saying that you wouldn't do something or might not do it that way, and saying that he did something wrong is a entirely different thing. He ain't do nothing wrong, and we treating this man like he got bodies.
I'm gonna be real with you, Carl. I think Nike jumped the gun.
They did.
I think they jumped the gun because if you like you said earlier, if you representing Colin Kaepernick and what he represented, why is you doing that? But then Colin Kaepernick doubled back and backbite too because he did all that suing and shit and he went back. He trying to play. Yeah. Why the fuck you do all that for? I think
it could be a situation where they might have jumped the gun. They gonna try to come back and it ain't gonna be the same because he had a new Nike that was about to come out. And they just cut. They just said we ain't even doing it.
But I think they already cut. They already cut from. They're gonna make any more shoes or some shit like that for him anyway. Because moving forward, it's just that he had one already on the way.
He had one more about to come out.
Yeah, they already.
But you got to understand, other than LeBron and Jordan, he had one of the most popular Nikes under them. So
absolutely.
That's why they was like, "Oh, we're gonna get this last little bit of money, but then we rocking with you." But then after this, they said they couldn't tie. But I definitely think Nike dropped the ball on this one, man.
I mean, like, just think about it. Like, Nike was kind of fumbling the ball even with Kobe's situation.
Yeah.
When they try to.
And that was weak too.
That was like, whoa.
That was weak too.
Like,
and it's a catch-22. It's tough because we grew up on Nike.
And that's what hurts, man.
So
you know
much.
what I'm saying?
But it's like, I don't support this, man.
Yeah, I don't either, man.
Weak, man.
And it's been killing me because I ain't been buying no sneakers and shit, man. Like on some real shit.
Like no Nikes, no Adidas.
Yeah, I have.
It's like, damn, what am I gonna wear?
Yeah,
like,
you know what I'm saying? It's getting bad because you want to stand for something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like it's just getting real bad.
And the black community has the marketing power to make differences. Like, oh, we ain't buying Nike no more.
Well, let's support our own people then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And some of them shits is ugly. You know what I'm saying? I'm being all the way 100. Some of them shits is ugly, but those that got some hot shit continue to create and keep recreating more hot shit and make it enough so that your black people can get it. You know what I'm saying? Because I can do some Eric Kai's or Omni joints. You know what I'm saying? I can do that.
Pick up them Starberries.
You know what I'm saying? I'll pick them. I ain't grabbing them. But you know what I'm saying? I can grab certain shit, but then heading over to Balenciaga too. Stop supporting that shit.
I agree.
Feel me?
Yeah, I mean, but it's also like, how many times we always get disrespected and we got to cancel somebody?
Keep going back. Like T.I. said, I've been stopped wearing that shit. And I've been stopped wearing that shit.
Right.
Real rap.
Right. So we talked about a lot of the off the court stuff with Kyrie, but let's go back to him on the court for a second. Like, what makes Kyrie as a basketball player? Like, what makes him unique? What makes him the star? The unique talent that he is.
His just overall. His overall game, man, like he's like none other, man. His pat, his handles, you know what I'm saying? Him being an elite scorer, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely probably one of the best point guards that will probably ever live, and definitely to me, he's probably top 10 point guard ever for me. That's just me. But he's in just moreover, man, he's a hell of a team player, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I know Boston didn't go too well, you know what I'm saying, and it went how it went due to maybe some background stuff that we don't know about. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I just think that he's a special player, man. And like y'all picking this to try to overshadow his career and put more on to the emphasis of him just wanting to be stand up in the way that he is. I just think that's corny. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think, Carl?
Well, I think Kyrie got one of the best handles of all time. Like the way he does, the way he dribbles the basketball, the way he like plays around with the basketball is like he has it on a string, man. It's like this thing he does when he like pats the ball like in front of him. Like he got a special handle.
You ever seen like his drills he do?
Yeah,
it's
crazy. Like he got a Kyrie's a special talent. Yeah. When I seen Kyrie at Duke, I remember that he only played like 10, 11 games. And I seen one game, the first game he played in Duke. I said, oh, he's special. Yeah. Like, I knew it right away because he was hurt for like the first half of the season. So only played like half a season at Duke. But the first time I seen him play, and I hate Duke, but the first time I seen him play, I'm a UNC guy. But I seen him at Duke. I said, oh, this guy is special. Right. And let's not forget, Cleveland may not have a chip, if not because LeBron, is it for Kyrie hitting that shot in the finals. They may not. Kyrie's the one who stepped up and made the clutch shot in Cleveland, not LeBron. So they may not even have no championship.
That was a whole series of events, but
but he made a shot at the end though. I think Golden State choked, at the end of the day. But Kyrie's the one who made the shot to seal the deal. And the Boston situation, I think he wasn't the greatest leader. He wasn't learning how to be a leader of them young guys yet. Yeah. But I think in the Nets, I don't think it's his fault. When he's on the court, he's a great teammate. He's making dudes better. He's making plays. He's not being selfish. But Kyrie has a killer instinct that his favorite player, Kobe, it's only a few players that have that killer instinct, and he's one of them guys that have it. And unfortunately, I feel like they're trying to blackball him. So in history, I don't know if people that didn't see him for their own eyes are going to understand how great of a player he was. But if you've seen him with your own eyes, like, this dude is special, man.
I think it's kind of sad to like see him in Brooklyn because he's so talented, but he doesn't have great players around him. Like, he's throwing the ball to Ben Simmons, he's screaming at him, shoot, and he won't even shoot. Like, and I mean,
Philly was yelling that, so that ain't nothing different.
I know.
I can't feel too bad for him because he has KD with him. So
I mean, but they can only do so much.
They can do so much, but that's better than nothing. KD and Kyrie is a great start. So I can't feel bad for him for that. Yeah, but shout out to KD because KD ain't throwing him under the bus though.
Absolutely not.
That's a true friend. You know, I ain't necessarily.
KD been doing a lot of thorough shit lately, but that he has that shit on his sleeve as well. Like I said, Kyrie, that Golden State move, and that's on his sleeve.
KD got a little chip on his shoulder now. He like being the bad guy.
Yeah, absolutely. He should love it.
I mean, but this past summer he did want to get traded.
Yeah,
for what though? Because of the coach. What they do? They got rid of the coach. Next is GM. You know what I'm saying? They just didn't want to hear it. So now it's all showing. But I'm telling you now, after this season, they both getting the fuck up out of there.
They never. I respect KD because he never, no matter what goes on. Man, I'm sure he probably maybe don't even agree on everything that Kyrie does, but he don't throw him under the bus, particularly publicly. Yeah, and I respect that, man.
But Kyrie not making too many funny moves for a motherfucker to be against.
But it's easy when somebody
like you go out here doing a bunch of sucker shit.
That's what I'm saying. But when everybody's jumping on you, it's easy to jump on the bandwagon like LeBron. And chastise him or criticize because that's the popular opinion for white media. KD ain't for that right now. KD is savage.
Now, do y'all think Kyrie's the reason why James Harden wanted to get traded?
Well, they said Kyrie was giving him that work in practice, and he was
busting his ass.
And James Harden couldn't handle that.
But that ain't nothing new because he was busting his ass all through.
And he was telling them about it, and James Harden ain't like that. He was basically telling him like, "Yo, you need to get better. Like, yo, we trying to win a chip.
You overweight.
Yeah." You know what I'm saying? And James Harden ain't like to be challenged like that because he a star. I'm a big head. Like, who are you to tell me? Nah, Kyrie, you gonna get this work. And they said he was busting his ass like he said in practice.
Yeah, so
that's what led to that.
He was giving him work though.
So and he the one who they wanted him to come. So but he's like, yo, you on the team, I'm gonna make you work, man. Yeah. Like, come on. So that strained their relationship.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I think he was trying to do the best for the team to win.
Yeah.
Now, do y'all see Kyrie remaining with Brooklyn long term?
Absolutely not.
No.
This is last season.
He said he should win out though, right?
He should win out. I doubt if he's gonna retire. He love the game, but he should win out after this season. He should win out of Brooklyn. I think him and KD won't be there after the season.
LeBron, you need to make this right, man.
It's too late.
It's too late. It's too late now.
We need
man.
Kyrie,
Some sucker
man.
shit, man.
Kyrie got LA all over him, man. Like he got LA all over
Disrespected the bro
him.
code, man. He had to come out, put him on the barbershop shit.
LeBron got
That'll be his best episode, but he'll bring him on the shop.
He need to do it then, man.
Yeah, and apologize to him.
But that episode will not come out because HBO cancel it just like they did to Kanye. They're like,
Why?
we can't put this out.
Why?
Because it's Kyrie.
It's your guy, though. It's LeBron.
I know.
He did a lot of handshaking for it.
Yeah,
already.
I don't see him being in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
Probably after this season, but
Yeah.
I think they don't want the so-called, because remind you their owner. Adam Silver is Jewish. Yeah, and the owner, I don't think
What's his name, Sean something. That guy?
Yeah, he got a funny name, start with like a T. Yeah, but he actually was kind of giving Kyrie. He didn't want to suspend Kyrie right away, the owner. But he ended up doing it. But they was pressuring him to try to suspend. Adam Silver been wanting him to suspend Kyrie, but I don't see him in Brooklyn. I think he already wanted out before. I think he was just riding back with KD. But I think they're gonna cut ties and mutually. Yeah. I don't know where they're gonna go, man. How much longer do you see Kyrie playing in the NBA or playing professionally? You want to put it not even the NBA
at this high rate? Another 5-6 years, maybe.
You think, freaks?
I don't know. It's hard to call, man. It's hard to call.
I mean, because he don't really play full seasons at all, so.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised.
It's hard to call, man, because there's so much going on, Carl. You feel me? It's so much going on that motherfucker might be like, man, no, fuck y'all.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kyrie decides to like retire in the next 2 years. Not because he don't love basketball, but because he got so much he's concerned about outside of the game that it's not giving his full attention.
Yeah, because let's talk because I think
politics.
I think we missing. I think we missing some of the shit that he's been doing. On top of why everything going on, he donating
to Shanquilla, the girl that got killed in Mexico.
Yeah,
he donated $65,000 to her GoFundMe, which was dope. He's donating to a lot of different funds.
A lot of schools too. Yeah, Muslim schools, HBCUs, small schools, HBCUs, things of that nature, and he's stepping up every time. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He's putting his money
where his mouth is. You know what I'm saying? And he's not out here doing no dumb shit with his paper. He's not out here buying a bunch of chains and parties, buying out sections and shit, buying a bunch of cars. He ain't out here on that type time. And that training, that type of thinking alone leads to longevity after a sport.
That's scary though. They don't want you to be.
They don't want you to be like that.
Nah, I agree. I think I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't play that many more years of basketball, just because I just think he it's not that he don't love basketball, but I think, like you said, the politics behind it, and he's so socially aware right now and on different things. He wants to make sure he makes a difference in that field too. Yeah, and I think that is going to take him away from basketball, and they just want Kyrie to just play basketball, really just shut up and dribble for real. And
my man Sean Price had a line. He said, I love the rap, but I hate the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what Kyrie is. Like, he loves the game, but he hates the politics, the contracts, all the stuff with it. You know
I don't think he wants to he wants to like play basketball if it's like he's not all the way there. Like if he's not all the way like locked into it. And I think he wants to make that difference. I want to make that mark. And y'all not going to just shut me up. Y'all not going to just say I can't say nothing. But no, I'm going to speak on. Y'all give me this platform. I'm going to speak on this stuff, man. So that's why I could just see him walking away from the game in a couple of years.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, now let me ask you this, Carl. Let's say Kobe Bryant is alive. How do you think he would feel about Kyrie and what's going on? What do you think he would feel or say?
One thing about Kobe, I'm not saying that Kobe was like a great civil rights leader or anything, but Kobe was all for free thinking. And that's where Kyrie is at right now. Yeah. Kobe was definitely, even if he didn't necessarily agree with you, he supported free thinkers.
Right.
And Kyrie is a free thinker. Yeah. And when Kyrie hit that shot, and he had a very close relationship with Kobe. When Kyrie hit the shot to win the finals, one of the first people he called was Kobe Bryant when they won the chip, man.
Yeah. It seemed like all the greats, man, be making some sucker ass comments sometimes. Because Kobe did some sucker shit too.
Yes, he
the
did.
Shit with the
yes,
Shaq.
he did. Yes,
Mike
he
did. They saying Mike did some sucker shit that we really didn't hear, but they saying that's what happened, but we don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Kobe
Kobe and
that.
LeBron shit was the front line.
Yeah.
And that's some sucker shit. And
Kobe, my guy, but Kobe never gets a pass for that, man.
Shaq does it all the time.
Rest his soul, you know what I'm saying? Long live Kobe, you know what I'm saying?
Kobe. But Shaq do it. Shaq did some weak.
Shaq doubled back.
Yeah.
So he can't even talk about Kobe shit no more. You feel me?
Yeah.
He can't even talk about Kobe shit no more. You can't even use that, dog. The shit that you've been doing.
Absolutely.
Man,
now
all type shit coming out, chucking chains and shit. They going back searching.
Yeah,
shit.
well, I don't know why he did. Charles Barkley did that slavery. Sports Illustrated.
Did that shit a long time ago. I forgot all about that.
That was a long time ago. But my question is, who thought of that idea and passed that?
He loved
Sports
it.
Illustrated.
He looked like he loved it, didn't he?
But who actually sat there and thought this was going to be a good idea and okayed that? There's no way that flies today.
So your agent was like, "Yo, that's cool, Chuck." All your friends around you like, "Damn, you really dress like a slave?" What the fuck?
Like,
And then
Charles
Chuck-
Barkley be throwing us under.
It's all right to be talking about these, because that's what you're doing. You're talking about the sport. But, just accept some clap back. Because he be talking a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And motherfuckers be clapping back at him. And then it comes in a respect factor now. Oh, you disrespect me. Nah, shut the fuck up then.
Well, Charles Barkley's out of touch with the black community. As a commentator,
For a long time now.
As a commentator, I'm not going to take nothing away from
For a long
Charles Barkley.
time
He
now.
is great as a commentator, just because he say crazy stuff, he says whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But as a person that's in touch with his black community, he is far removed.
He's gone.
He is.
He
far
had Taylor
removed.
Swift tickets. He's one of them guys that had them tickets.
But I can't take away from his greatness at what he does on Inside the NBA. He's great at that. But as far as speaking on issues that matter to the black community, Charles Barkley's long gone.
Yeah,
He is
Stop it, Barkley. Stop it.
He is long gone. Now, a lot of people have been comparing, because they happen right around each other, a lot of people have been comparing Kyrie and Kanye in their situation. How do you think their situation
It's not even
similar?
It's not,
what's the
it's not
difference?
similar
What's the
at all.
difference then? What's the
It's not
difference?
similar at all because Kanye, the shit he said out his mouth, Kyrie never, it didn't even come that close. So it's not even no comparison. For real. Like Sean said, Kanye made shit hot. That's what he did.
Very hot.
He made shit hot, and now it's going that way. But let's not even entertain that because it's not even close. It's not even nowhere. It's not too. It's two different people.
So people shouldn't say their neck like
Nah,
they put
it's
them
not.
together
It's
in
not.
the same category.
They shouldn't even be in the same breath of a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Compare that shit that he's saying to some other shit. For real.
Well, I will say about this, well, the difference between at least the difference between Kanye and Kyrie to me is that like the stuff that Kanye is saying about the Jewish people controlling the industry, to me that's true. But where Kanye loses me is that, but Kanye wants acceptance from the Jewish community, acceptance from the white community.
Right.
Kyrie ain't on that. Kyrie's just like, look, this is the stuff I learned.
He's a black white supremacist.
I believe in. But
Clayton Bigsby.
And I'm not trying to be a part. I'm not trying to be accepted by y'all. I want to do me, and the stuff I see that's not right, I'm speaking on it. All this is pretty much stemming from me, from him not being accepted. Him not being accepted is what's leading him to doing all of this, man.
Yep.
So I don't think they're in the same league at all. I don't think you should put them together because I think they got different situations. Kyrie isn't even saying nothing as far as anything. It's all about love with him. It's about love with everybody.
Right.
But you're not going to stop him from saying stuff against his people, though.
Yeah.
Like Kanye, it seemed like you jump on the black bandwagon when you want to, man. And that's what I got a problem about.
Bro, you was just chilling with Candace Owens. Get out of here. Like, what are you doing?
That was
It was horrible.
and the stuff he doing now with his team for the run for the president. He got white Nazi dudes. Like Kyrie ain't on that. You can't compare these dudes, man. Like Trump ain't even rocking with him no more. That's your guy. Like you know it's bad, man. Ah, man. So what do you see in the future, man, for Kyrie?
Hopefully he's still playing, but I think after basketball, he's going to do so much more greater things in our community, helping out, schools and stuff. Yeah. I mean, maybe doing more documentaries, maybe just creating documentaries, just being more self-aware and spreading the truth that what he believes in. So
I agree.
He's definitely a free thinker.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with everything you said,
ain't
Sean.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I agree with everything you're saying, Sean. And I think, more importantly, getting more knowledge and becoming stronger in his religion. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's what, keep us all honest,
Hey,
so,
man, I stand with Kyrie, man. I stand with
do
Kyrie because I think they try and blackball him. And I think he'll bow out of the NBA before he let them do him dirty like that.
I agree.
I think he'll say, "Y'all got that.
Yeah.
I'm good." Before y'all try to publicly lynch me,
or put us in that type mode.
Yeah, for something that's not even violent, and he really has a theme of love.
Yeah.
Even his demeanor changed. He even on the court, it's always he chilling, he real calm. So he ain't even coming off throwing tantrums and stuff like
angry
Kanye.
black man.
Yeah, nah. He's saying this stuff when he speaks is eloquently. He's explaining why. I don't hate nobody. How could I hate somebody?
Yeah.
How could I hate the Jewish people when I'm pretty much saying that y'all from us? So how can I hate y'all?
What did he say about Thanksgiving?
That
was dope. The way he flipped that.
He said I don't celebrate holidays, but for those who celebrate holidays, enjoy your time with your family.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's it.
And even the way he put that's how he's been speaking at the podium. So he's eloquent, like you said. He's very educated, man. He ain't stupid. He ain't about no funny business. He just telling you this.
And they knew that though. So why even ask a Muslim that question about Thanksgiving?
Exactly.
This things that because you study us more than you study yourself. You feel what I'm saying?
They waiting on that sound bite.
They use a little shit. Stop the bullshit, man. We see right through your dumb shit.
I think they try and find any reason to really try to blackball Kyrie from the league, man.
Man, listen, dog.
I think he's probably gonna play with one more team for a couple of years, and I wouldn't be surprised if he backed out.
Listen, we will not be as powerful as them with the shit that they doing, how they control a lot of shit. We will not be able, and us as the people will not be that strong until we stop killing each other.
Absolutely.
And stop going against each other.
Yeah.
And stand up for each other in unity and stand up when it's time to, when somebody from our community is being harmed or treated wrong. Yeah. I'm telling you, until then, all this money we making, everybody making it flossing their own because you're doing it for yourself. Mm-hmm. Until then, we come together like what our ancestors and them was fighting for back then and putting shit together, shit that they're not teaching our kids about the real reason why they came for and took things from us. You know what I'm saying? It's because we were strong. You know what I'm saying? So until we get that right, they gonna be doing this shit forever and ever. It's gonna be a little kid that's coming up just like Kyrie. We gonna be talking about it. Oh, they just did it, man. We did an episode on that, man, 15 years ago.
Yeah. Look,
you feel me?
I think I respect what Kyrie doing. It take a big man to make a stand in an industry like he's in, man, where you're gonna face a lot of criticism, but you standing on what you saying, man.
Yeah.
And I respect it, and I don't think he's doing no harm with nobody. He's not committing no crimes. So let that man let him have a voice, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you really do your research, Adam Silver sat down with him and said after meeting with him that he don't feel that he's not a hateful person. He doesn't hate Jewish people. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that I didn't have to sit down with him to find that out. I could already tell that.
Yeah.
But I'm glad he at least shared that though. And not make him seem like he's some animal. Yeah. But I didn't need Adam Silver to say that to make me see that he wasn't that kind of person, man. That's how y'all tried to paint him because of a post he put where he didn't even say anything. Mm-hmm. He's just like, look, check this out. Get your own conclusion on it.
Yeah.
So man, shout out to Kyrie, man. Whatever you do, I think he got a whole lane that he's going to get into outside of basketball, where he's going to make a difference in the community, and we have to respect that. We got to stand with him, and we got to stop trashing our brothers, like Freak said, man. Yeah. Like LeBron now was weak. All you do is if you ain't going to say nothing positive or support, man, don't say nothing at all, man.
Yeah.
Like for real, because Kyrie ain't doing nothing wrong, man. He ain't want to get vaccinated. So what? A lot of people don't want to get vaccinated. That's not like something new.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I'm
not.
saying? He's sharing something of common knowledge, showing about how the black man was the first man, like how he was first. Like
Absolutely,
that's not
Carl.
no
That
that's
shit.
that
Yeah.
is that
I
is
hear you, baby.
That's real.
I hear you.
And if you do your studies, man, on the first people was it wasn't no black or white then, but they was of dark skin.
I hear
like
you,
that's
bro.
a fact.
Yeah.
So everybody comes from us. They try to put us last, but that's because we was the first people, man. This is a fact right here. So
Do your homework.
For that alone, I stand with Kyrie because he's not saying nothing that's not the truth, man.
Yeah.
And sometimes the truth hurts, and the truth,
Absolutely.
the truth is really hurting these other segments, man. These other dominations. Because we can give all our deep dark secrets, but nothing about nobody else, man. That's weak, man.
Yeah.
People get scared of that, man, when the truth comes out and it's not what they always fed you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's like, whoa. We got to change these books.
I stand.
Absolutely.
I stand with Kyrie, man. Salute to Kyrie. He's back playing now, and you know I'm not a Nets fan personally, but you know I just want to see him do well, man. I want to see him win.
Yo, to me, like, now it's like, all right, let me watch some of these Nets games. Let's root for them.
Absolutely,
You know what I mean?
and everything. Even the black guys that was out, they call them the Black Israelites. They saying they were a hate group to supporting the Kyrie. I'm like, stop it, y'all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like we gotta stop it.
Yeah,
man.
because it's getting bad.
Yeah,
It's
everything's
getting-
hate,
it's
everything's
getting bad.
anti-Semitic.
It's
It's like
getting
y'all
bad.
gotta knock it off now. It's like we
It's
just creating
getting bad.
stuff. It's weak, man.
You're just talking shit.
But yo, salute to Kyrie Irving, man. Yo, we Concert
real.
Crew Podcast. Make sure y'all follow us at Concert Crew
Yup,
Podcast.
let's go.
Make sure y'all go download, subscribe, man. We on all digital platforms, man.
Yes.
Make sure y'all go to our YouTube page. Subscribe, man. Check out all of our videos, man. We appreciate the views going up, man. Continue to support.
We here, man.
We appreciate all the subscribers, man. Yo, we definitely appreciate all the support, and man. Yo, you know how we carrying it, man. We gonna continue to march forth, man.
Always.
Long
Absolutely. Long
live
live
our
Tez.
brother Tez, man. We love you, brother, and we doing this thing for you, man.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Concert
sir.
Crew Podcast. Yo, Pito, hit us with the fader. We out.
Yes.